coming along to listen. Here is Dr. Ariel Haus, who's a brilliant dermatologist, and I thought it would be lovely to get you talking a little bit about your work with skin, but I also wanted to get you talking about why lasers are such an important part of your clinic. I was filming with Ariel a few months ago, and you've got more lasers and ultrasound and every other kind of machine than I've ever seen. Why are lasers such a useful thing for you to have in your office? It's a very broad question, but could you have a go?
So first, we can do so much with lasers. We can treat so many skin conditions, not just cosmetic, but from, for example, from acne to rosacea, pigmentation, even skin cancer. And I remember when I started using lasers, probably like nearly 20, 25 years ago, I started to use laser hair removal. So nowadays we have lasers can treat hair losses, just to show how technology has been improved. And as a dermatologist, again, we now be able to treat so many diseases in the past we couldn't. And the result, even for example, for skin cancer, we can use some type of lasers like CO2. We can treat some type of like no pigment lasers, so that can increase no recurrence for the patients. So I think this is kind of a game changer.
Okay, thank you. Are there any lasers which are more popular, or which are the ones you find you use most often? Is there any one or two devices that you're using the whole time, and why are those so popular?
Well, to be honest, I use several.
Yeah.
Yes, there is not just one, and we are very lucky because in our clinic we have all available technology in the world in terms of lasers. For example, we use diode laser technology for rosacea, for acne. We use pico laser for pigmentation, for tattoo removal. CO2 laser would be able to treat skin cancer, acne scars. So also pigmentation, we can use as a drug delivery to treat hair loss, for example. Unfortunately, there is no one laser can do everything, so we needed to have the right technology.
No, but which ones do you use most often? Yeah.
I would say the three more often it's the diode lasers, the CO2, the pico, also it's very popular.
Can you explain a little bit more about how a laser can help with the drug delivery for hair loss? That's not something I know about.
Yeah. In terms of, we use CO2 lasers, ablative lasers. There are, for example, basic. There is non-ablative lasers and ablative lasers. Non-ablative lasers is mainly energy. There is no damage on the skin. Ablative lasers make little holes in the skin, which will be able to use, in this case, the drug delivery, that will be able to apply the active ingredients to treat some conditions. And nowadays, the hot topic, for example, using exosomes and polynucleotides. Yes.
For skin regeneration,
exactly.
Hair regeneration, yes.
Because this is more like regenerative medicine. That does not just improve the collagen, the elastin, but that can do the DNA repair as well. This is like, again, it's a game change that can improve the damage in the cells, in the mitochondria, for example, and you can have even better results that can decrease inflammation in the cells.
The one other thing I wanted to ask you about was how lasers can help with acne, because there's a new laser which is finally just available. I mean, you've had it a while because you're one of the few people to have been playing with it beforehand. It's called AviClear, and could you explain how that works and why it's going to be such a game changer?
Yes, this type of that technology can shrink the glands. So because when you have acne, the problem is the glands. People said, oh, I have a hormone acne, I have acne. But the thing is, the hormones just induce the glands to produce the sebum. Consequently, you have the inflammation of the glands, and then you develop the acne. So this type of laser can shrink the glands, and then consequently we can cure the acne. That's the way it works, without damage the tissue around. I think that is so important. So that means no downtime.
I think I've spent too long on the introduction because our time is pretty well up. But is there anything else you want to add about the work that you do in clinic? I mean, you work with 4 other dermatologists, don't you? You have people who do injecting and everything, so you offer so much in your clinic. Is there any particular message you'd like to give people before we finish?
Yes, we try to invest a lot in technology. For us, it's important to be on top of the game to give the best for our patients to enhance the results. If you have any further question, I have my team over there. They'll be able to answer any further question or assist you. And we work very close. And again, I'd like to say thank you so much for coming tonight. And thank you, Alice, for this opportunity.
And also sunscreen every day.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's so important. So need to use SPF 50 plus, physical tinted every day, and unfortunately reapply if you can every 3 or 4 hours. The only time there is no sun is in the evening. So this is very important.
Okay. Thank you. I think always worth reiterating. Thank you very much, Dr. Ariel Haus.
Thank you.